Deep in the woods stands a cabin unlike any other. It doesn't fight the landscape. It partners with it, breathing with the seasons. When the wind howls, it flexes. When the sun scorches, it cools itself with the earth. This cabin is alive, shaped by ancient wisdom and the lessons of the wild. It's not a fortress, but a living shelter that adapts, not resists. Modern homes seal us away, waging war on nature with endless energy. But this cabin remembers, survival means working with the world, not against it. Its walls are membranes, its windows eyes, its foundation feet, each part sensing and responding. The roof channels rain, the fireplace stores and releases warmth. Every detail is purposeful, merging engineering with naturecraft. Living here reconnects you to the sun's path, the wind's direction, the rhythm of rain. Comfort comes from participation, not passive consumption. The cabin teaches humility and respect for the natural world. It's a quiet rebellion, a reminder that we're not nature's masters, but its partners. In this understanding lies the secret to true, sustainable survival. The cabin breathes, and in doing so, invites us to breathe with it. Most modern buildings are static, rigid boxes fighting the elements. They demand constant energy to correct their flaws. Heat in winter, AC in summer. We've built dumb boxes disconnected from the world outside. A living shelter is different. It's dynamic, responsive, and ever-changing. Like an animal, it adapts, insulating in cold, opening up in heat. It can be a snug cocoon in a blizzard or an airy pavilion in a heat wave. This adaptability is ancient wisdom, seen in desert homes and Arctic igloos. These shelters were refined by generations, designed to work with, not against, the climate. The living cabin revives these principles with modern materials and insight. A static house fights nature. A living shelter converses with it. It listens to the wind, uses the sun, and anticipates rain. Wind becomes ventilation, sun charges thermal mass. By abandoning brute force, we create efficient, resilient homes. The result, a shelter in tune with its world, not at war with it. The living cabin is not just a structure, it's a relationship. And that relationship is the key to thriving, not just surviving. The cabin's walls are its skin, insulating, breathing, absorbing, and releasing heat. Dense materials like stone or earth form the thermal mass, acting as a temperature battery. In winter, the walls soak up sun and radiate warmth at night. In summer, they absorb heat slowly, keeping the interior cool. At night, the cabin opens up, releasing stored heat and recharging for the next day. This passive cycle slashes the need for artificial heating or cooling, but insulation matters too, and it must adapt. An outer wooden cladding, separated by an air gap, is the secret. In winter, vents close, trapping air for insulation like fur on a fox. In summer, vents open, creating a convection current that sheds heat before it reaches the core. The wall shifts from insulator to radiator, always responding to the season. The cabin skin is alive, always working to keep comfort inside. It's a simple, elegant system, nature's logic, engineered for survival. The result, a home that's always in balance with its environment. A living cabin breathes, stale air out, fresh air in, without a single watt of electricity. Vents low on the cool side and high on the warm side harness the stack effect. Warm air rises and exits, drawing in cool air below, a silent, self-regulating cycle. The hotter it gets, the faster the air circulates. To boost this, the cabin uses an ancient trick, a buried earth air tube. Air drawn through the underground pipe is cooled by the earth before entering the cabin. In summer, this is natural air conditioning. In winter, it pre-warms frigid air. The ground itself becomes part of the climate system. No fans, no power, just clever design and physics. The result: fresh, healthy air and stable temperatures, year-round. The cabin's lungs work in harmony with the earth. It's a symphony of air played by the forces of nature. Water is life, but unmanaged, it destroys. The living cabin is raised on piers, separating it from ground moisture and flood. Air circulates beneath, keeping timbers dry and healthy. The steep roof sheds rain and snow quickly with layered materials for redundancy. Wide overhangs shield walls and windows, allowing ventilation even in rain. Rain chains guide water to collection barrels, turning a threat into a resource. The system harvests, not just sheds, the rain. Every drop is managed, every surface designed for resilience. The cabin thrives in the cycle of water, not in spite of it. At the center sits the fireplace, a modern masonry heater, not a smoky old hearth. Wood burns hot and clean in an insulated chamber. Hot gases snake through dense masonry, charging it with heat. The result: gentle, radiant warmth that lasts for hours after the fire dies. The heated bench and walls become the heart of winter life. Efficient, reliable, and comforting, the fireplace embodies the cabin's philosophy. It stores and releases energy, not wasting a single ember. This is warmth by design, not by brute force. When a blizzard hits, the cabin transforms into a snug, insulated pod. Storm shutters close, adding layers of dead air for insulation. Vents seal except for a protected snorkel vent for essential fresh air. The masonry heater radiates stored warmth, keeping the space cozy. Outside, snowdrifts pile up, encouraged by the cabin's design. Snow becomes insulation, burying the lower walls in a protective blanket. The steep roof sheds excess snow, preventing overload. Inside, life continues, safe, warm, and secure. The cabin uses the storm's power, not fights it. Ancient principles and nature's gifts combine for true winter survival. The cabin becomes a den, thriving in the heart of the storm. In a heat wave, the cabin opens up, shedding heat and inviting coolness. Shutters act as shades, blocking direct sun but allowing airflow. The wall's vents open wide, creating a convection current that carries heat away. High roof vents and underground cooling tubes work together, pulling in earth-chilled air. The thermal mass absorbs excess heat, keeping the interior stable and cool. At dusk, windows and doors open for a night flush, purging the day's warmth. The stone walls recharge, ready for another hot day. No AC, just a daily rhythm of breathing with the world. The cabin feels like a shaded cave, cool, calm, and alive. It's a cycle of exhaling heat, always ready for the next sunrise. The living cabin is more than shelter. It's a philosophy. True survival comes from harmony, not conflict, with nature. Ancient wisdom, desert tents, Viking longhouses, fieldcraft guides its design. The cabin's adaptive systems are modern echoes of timeless knowledge. This isn't regression, it's intelligent progress. We must replace brute force with elegance, consumption with conservation. Nature's forces are allies, not enemies. In a changing world, this approach is essential. The living cabin stands as a quiet testament to ingenuity and partnership. It invites us to join the dance of the natural world, not fight against it.